Man, it's just crazy, y'all. Coming down to the border, it's one thing to see it on video, and it's another thing coming down here. And witnessing it ourselves, you know? That's E9, that's the fence, the number of the fence right here. You see the Mexican homes right there. Brown people, our beautiful brown people, chilling over there on the other side. You got the other side of the fence, the whole fence, going down right there. You know. And by that token, I'm gonna do this. What's up with MIP family? It's your boy L, APA, coming through with another video. Some solid content for your mind, your soul. You already know. And as always, man, you already know what we do on this channel, man. We're trying to keep them stories for the youngsters, for the reoffenders, to not to go back. And as you could tell by the spontaneous thumbnail, caption, uña, we're gonna do a story on the Border Brothers. And it's gonna be a short one, but I'm gonna tell you my experiences with the Border Brothers. See, when I got to, let's just say, Centinela State Prison. I got to Centinela State Prison. In the background is the border, literally. The dudes, I had never heard of them. They're called the Border Brothers. And them dudes are different from the Paisanos. I mean, yeah, they kind of run with them because they're obviously Paisas. But them dudes were militant, you know. Them dudes don't like the homies. The homies don't really like them. They're like a militant type. They're like the Paisa Sureños, honestly, like Paisa Norteños, Paisa, what have you, the Navy SEALs, you know, like whatever it may be. And my first experience with them was at Centinela State Prison, and I'm gonna tell you this story. The dude to the yard in Centinela, the Paisano that had the office for the Paisanos at the time was really close with one of the Border Brothers. But see, the Border Brothers, bro, from what I seen from them dudes, a lot of them spoke good English. They were like homies. They were like homies that were running Paisano. And I always tripped out on that. They're all tatted up. They're like gangster Paisas, like gangster homies, but Paisas. But they call themselves Border Brothers. And I always tripped out on the dudes. I never really liked them because to me, it was kind of like, it was almost like they were taking the homie stilo, the homie style, and making it their own, right? While still proclaiming that they were Paisa. You know, and I don't say this as a disrespect. This is just an observation, you know. But anywho, one of them was really close to the homie that had to the Paisano that had the llaves on the yard, and they ended up getting into war awards because, you know, the Paisanos were really close to the Sureños. In any prison you go, Sureños, Paisas run together. But these dudes down south in Centinela, they were pretty much trying to sow division between the Sureños and the Paisanos, and the Border Brothers were trying to sew it up with the Paisanos because they're Paisanos themselves, and in a way, but they don't see themselves as Paisas. They don't see themselves as that element of being lame, you know what I'm saying, like being a non-English speaking individual. You know, they don't want, because a lot of homies, man, on the streets tended to clown or to rob Paisas and things like that, right? So these dudes thought they were better than the Paisa. They had the chip on their shoulder, like, you ain't gonna punk us or rob us like the Paisas on the streets, this and that. We're a mix between Paisa and homie. so we know what's up type shit. So that's why this dude was trying to get in on the Paisano that had the yard. He was trying to get in his ear and trying to sow division, and trying to start some shit. And what ended up happening, man, the homies, it was a homie from Hazard, a homie from Orange County, from Santana, and a homie from, where was he from? From LA. I think he was from Bacas. I'm not sure, man. It's been a long time. They ended up jumping on this dude on the yard because this dude started doing too much. One of the border brothers, he started doing too much. So 3 camaradas jumped on him, and a couple of the border brothers jumped in. And at the end of the day, it did not end well for the border brothers. It did not end well for them because a gang of camaradas jumped in. At the end of the day, it ended up being maybe like about 10 against 6. 10 against 6. Then dudes got the blues. They were smashing the Bertha. You know, they're blasting the Bertha, pepper spray, all that shit. They didn't crack the Mini 14 or anything like that. But the homies, that dude ended up getting blasted, you know. And I don't want to say no names because I don't know if them dudes are active or not. But my point with the video today is, one, I'm at the border. So the border brothers, and I haven't told no border brother stories, but I only have a few of them, honestly, because I wasn't down in Centinela for too long after. But that's the one time, the incident that I remember happening, and the experience that I had with the border brothers and them fools. They think they're the shit. They think the shit, homie. And honestly, bro, like, I met some good ass motherfuckers from there, but the majority had that chip on their shoulder, and them dudes said he ended up getting the short end of the stick on that one. You know, he ended up getting blasted and everything. You know, he ended up on a different yard. And, you know, them dudes' politics are different. I don't know if the camaradas ended up fucking pressing the issue at the time, because it was a mesa system at the time. So I don't know if they ended up pressing the issue or not. And, you know, you guys, for those of you that don't know, there is some paisa and metals because of the connections and things like that. But it is what it is. But look, man, I'm gonna end this short. Appreciate you guys tapping in, man. For those of you guys, I know you guys have never heard me tell a border brother story. I wanted to save this story for a while, but since I came down here, shit, I might as well tell it, right? Here we go. Here's the last glimpse. APA, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Here we go. One life saved is one life saved. Smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. E9, border, APA, I'm out.